Welcome to today's preview of the Deathgorge, the new season of Warhammer Underworlds, in which we see two warbands and a box of icy goodness. Let's talk about what we know so far. Let's indulge in some fluff text. The Everwinter has transformed Bjarl, a southern continent of Gur, into a desolate frozen wasteland, utterly hostile to life. Those who know where to look have found openings in these gelid environs that give way to a warren of frost-bitten tunnels, cutting to the heart of Gur itself. Welcome to Deathgorge, the Sub-Zero setting for the next season of Warhammer Underworlds. Sub-Zero wins. Alright, so we have two warbands. One is a Slaanesh warband, and one is a Idoneth warband. And the Idoneth warbands consist of 4 fighters. This is the leader here. Looks good, but I mean, just fails in comparison to Elathine. I think just a bit more bland, in my opinion. The squid is beautiful though, really cool model. But then the other ones are fairly bland. It's basically the thralls from the previous warbands, very, very similar. The Slaanesh warband is quite beefy though. It's just 3 guys, and the leader here, yeah, looks really cool. Then we have the other 2 are less impressive, I guess, but yeah, weird faces, but they are Slaanesh after all. So yeah, let's look at what we know about cards and decks and stuff. So we have the 2 faction decks in this box, and we also have the Breakneck Slaughter and the Force of Frost Universal Rival deck coming with this boxed set. And we don't really know anything about those universal decks as of yet. So let's look at fighter cards we do have a grasp of. We don't see the full text of the fighter card specific action here on Cyrene, the leader of the Idoneth warband, but we have some other stuff to talk about. She seems to be a wizard, 5 move, 1 shield only, even inspired. I think that's quite weak, but sure. 4 wounds, and has only a magic attack. That's interesting. 2 range with channels, at least on the inspired side. Given that she only has 1 attack, maybe it hits on channels on the other side as well, and does 2 damage. She uninspires. We don't know how she inspires, but the uninspired condition reads, at the end of the round, uninspire this fighter. Tidal. So something similar to the Elathine Soul Raid there, where they inspire in the second round and then uninspire again. And then she has some kind of scatter ability that deals damage to an enemy fighter and staggers. We can't see enough of the text to really grasp how it works, so I'm not gonna do a lot of guesswork there. Then we have the fighter card of the Slaanesh leader as well. Vexmaw, also the inspired side, a level 1 wizard. 3 move, 2 shields, 5 wounds. That's quite beefy. That's almost Rothgorn level good. And also has the Locus of Indolence damage reducing ability, -1 damage, if there are no successes in this fighter's defense roll. So either you succeed or you can reduce the damage, basically. Obviously there are other situations as well, but that seems really strong. The attack reads 2 range, 2 hammers, 3 damage. That's also quite a good stat. But at least no cleave or stagger, but yeah, it's a fairly accurate attack with a lot of damage. What do we know more? We have a couple of cards to look at as well. We have a ploy, an upgrade, and an objective. The first one reads Illusion of Power, and is a kind of a weird card for the Slaanesh warband here. It has the temptation keyword. Pick an opponent with 1 or more power cards in their hand. That player picks 1. Each player starting with that player can give an upgrade from their hand to one of their fighters without spending glories. Or that player discards 2 power cards, or 1 if they only have 1 in their hand. So yeah, if the opponent only has like 1 or 2 cards left, I mean, you could be in a situation where they have only 2 ploys left. That could be really strong in the right circumstance, because if they can't fulfill the first situation where they give an upgrade, they have to do the second option, and that could, in the right circumstance, be pretty damaging. But it's a fun card, but it's very situational, obviously. Whip of Subversion is also for the Slaanesh warband here. It's an attack action that reads 3 range, 3 swords, 1 damage, so quite lackluster. But it can push the target instead of driving it back in the drive back step. And this is in the drive back step, so you don't need to succeed. So it's not an immensely strong upgrade, obviously, but yeah, it's flavor-wise a fun card. Means of Survival is next. It's a dual end phase for the Idoneth warband. Score this in an end phase if your warband holds 2 or more objectives and 2 or more enemy fights are out of action. Pretty straightforward. It but it seems pretty hard in this matchup specifically. You only start with 4 fighters, and the opponent has 3 fighters, so killing 2 of them if they are like 4 and 5 wounds each, that's tall order for Tulor. But against a lot of other opponents, obviously, will be quite scoreable. So yeah, that's all we know so far. Don't really have much more to say. Stay tuned for more info on this season. This is Mats again, chiming in to thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and to not miss out on future content, ring the bell as well. And if you really liked this video, feel free to click the thanks button just below this video. And if you want to support me even further, you can now become a channel member and claim the title of Critical Focus Fan. Until next time, take care, bye.